All right, ladies and gentlemen. Take two, OGF and RWI, both of them tied up. This is game 3 in a best of 5, so we'll see them at least one more time before the end. On Polar, bringing a Vladivostok, Normandy, and Arizona with Furious Arizona. A Hawk, and finally, Prince Idle Friedrich, all by his lonesome, who's not caring at all about secondaries and instead going, I just want to kill things with my enhanced AP, my furiousness, and without fire prevention. So this is a full playing with matches build, Puddin. Interesting.
Just get simple at that point.
Yeah. What do you got to the south, sir?
To the south, we have somebody who knows who Luchens is and put it on the Bismarck and actually picked all the skills. Thank you.
The horror.
We have a Missouri with Halsey, I think, with Turtiverse. An Ismail doesn't need all the flags. A Mutsu that does need all the flags. Typical survivability builds for those two. And the Kavor.
It's interesting how many ships are taking vigilance in this tournament.
Well, I mean, the Kavirga's got brisk. Just put a speed flag on. Missouri opens up on Normandy. This could be hurtful.
Contact.
Not as bad as it could be. Oh, look, the Bismarck is already in secondary range of something. Somebody must have moved out of spawn.
Yeah, I don't know if I like OGF's choice to move the Prince Idol off the flank. We kind of saw this happen before with WTFS at the start of the day.
Right, but unlike that, there's not an Iowa creeping up. See, it's just a Kavor.
And City Slob, thank you very much for the sub, man. Appreciate you.
Well, let's see how badly the Arizona is going to get hurt.
I'm gonna go with yes, and yes was the answer.
It was more like okay-ish.
Well, at least one of the shells hit the turret, so
it could have been like, oh my god, that hurt. Well, looks like the Arizona is getting punished. Turret number 3 is incapacitated. Well, it was incapacitated.
Yeah.
I have a feeling all the turrets are going to be quickly incapacitated, and they all are.
Yep. In kind of like a Pearl Harbor-esque moment, we have a Missouri taking out an Arizona.
Yes, that's exactly how Pearl Harbor went down with the Germans bombing.
Well, no, I'm just saying because today you can see the Missouri and the Arizona at Pearl Harbor. I've done it. Anyway.
Ismail shooting at the Normandy.
I gotta say,
RWI
has pretty good positioning right now. I don't know if OGF can find a way back in.
Well, if somebody DCs from my team, sure. Well, here comes the Vlad to potentially deal with Bismarck, but sadly the Missouri's coming in to help out the Bismarck too.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can see you blinked wants to get on Savvy JJ's side, but can't because of that Missouri.
What a jerk, Missouri. Oh, and somebody from the other side of the map. Matsu, maybe? Ishmael? I don't know.
That was Ishmael firing at blinked.
Oh.
So if I'm the Vlad, I might just go and use my final torpedo on the Missouri and just get him out.
I would, but it looks like the Bismarck is actually reversing to punish that broadside and incapacitated the front turret. That could have been way, way worse.
Could have been a lot worse, yeah, but you blinked did a nice
Normandy
job.
Also comes out.
Yep, you blinked recognized that though and did turn out a bit to try to angle a little bit, and I think that really saved a good part of the ship here.
If I was the Missouri, I'd probably shoot the Normandy and then just let the, like you said, just let the Vlad Bram. That's 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
But
that would make sense.
just gonna accept the ram, leave our Bismarck alone.
Also interesting because, honestly, the Missouri wasn't set up for the drive-by, so you blinked could have tried to do a drive-by. Probably easier to just secure the kill. Here comes another ram. But when you're down one ship, though, the rams do hurt.
Well, I mean, all the high tier ships are gone. Now it's just up to the low tier guys.
That's right.
I don't think the Prince Idle Frederick is going to survive, but I'm pretty sure the Mutsu goes out first.
You were wrong.
And of course, I was wrong. 32 HP in a dream, baby.
Ah, he's healing.
I wish he would have stayed at 32 in a dream.
Mustang
Such a better
P51,
story.
just looking at his teammates saying, what happened?
Ramming. Ramming is what happened.
Ramming is what happened. Also, a dead Arizona at the beginning.
Oh, my lord, the Ismail's doing. I saw this on COTS.
Wow, how dare he?
If only they knew where the Normandy was.
Yeah, I think he's in B cap.
Oh, he got hard lit. I mean, that 4 seconds of not seeing him, he clearly has got the speed of a 4501 is on the other side of the map.
That's right.
Well, the
Can you
Mutsu wants to
imagine-
live.
Can you imagine a 4501 on this map?
No. Because I would probably be reporting him on principle.
Aw.
What do you mean, aw?
I mean,
Listen,
aw.
I'm not training these goldfish eat sub players for my health.
Ooh, the last
Nothing to do
second
with
reset.
service. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the capping is how we're gonna see this one.
Now we can
play out.
now we can watch the Normandy's front secondaries in action. How rare is that button? Look at this. Pew pew pew.
I don't know. I don't play Normandy.
I really don't either. I never really liked it. Leon was more fun in my opinion. But
It's too high of a tier for me. I just play Black Swan.
and there's the horn of
And the
winning.
Ram.
And another ram. We're seeing a lot of rams this tournament, and I'm here for it.
Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, you want to know why they're ramming?
Why are they ramming?
It's due to our debate yesterday of whether or not to bring a ram flag into clan battles. And they're like,
Oh.
we're going to show you how important this ram flag really is.
I see. I see.
It makes less sense in my mind. That's all that matters.
Well, IWAX, congratulations on winning the CC container. And now that I've got some special codes for today, we can get these yeeted out. Just give me a sec here so I can move my other codes out. And let's get a code yeeted out. Remember, you got to be active in Twitch chat. So you have to be a follower on Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LordZath. And you have to write something in chat. That's it. If you're watching on Kick, on Rumble, or YouTube, you're welcome to hop on over and get in for that giveaway. I'm going to run a commercial break while we get set up for Game 4 of RWI versus OGF. I'm really hoping we go to Game 5, but that'd be nice.
What, you wanting to take the series all the way?
I would like to see a game for more. I would like to see more than 2 battles in a match. And so far, the only way that we can do that is if this particular match goes to a Game 5.
I hope it goes to Game 5 so we don't have to just go all over the place looking for another game.
Well, that as well would be nice, yes. Alright. Do-do-do-do.
Well, Team Bravo's ready.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, you know
One
what the
thing
funny
is-
thing was? You know,
Hello,
like I
Bob.
said, I woke up
Yes.
to go to, deal with the emissions.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for a total of 2 minutes.
Well, so usually there's 2 ways they do emissions, right? One is they plug into the computer terminal and just check to make sure there's no check engine light. And then the other is the sniffer test. If you've got an older car, or I think it's like every 10 years, you have to do the sniffer test. Otherwise, you just plug it into the computer and there you go.
Yeah, most of the emission places aren't set up for the sniffer test anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they
So
just
when you have to do the sniffer, you have to go to a specific location, which really sucks. We just had our car missions done, and in the process of getting to the computer terminal, the guy literally broke like 2 of the tabs on the plastic, you know, that was holding the plastic up underneath the steering column. So that was nice of him. Looks like teams are readying up. I need a cough.
You need a cough drop? I got plenty of them.
Oh my god, I had such a bad cough during the trip. Day 5, I think it was like day 5. I'm like, nope, gotta go to the pharmacy, get something. And I did. My wife is making fun of me the whole time. And, you know, like, stop coughing, why coughing, blah, blah, blah. And then, at the end of the trip, she got sick. So, of course, I was like, why are you coughing, stop coughing, blah.
Oh, your wife
fun.
must love me and my smoker's cough then.
Yeah. It's so funny because, like, she can hear you immediately. As soon as, like, I'm on your stream or something like that, she's like, hey, you're watching Puddin'. I'm like, yes.
The guy who manages to swear more than you.
I know, and thank you for that, because that makes me look good by comparison, so I appreciate that. All right. We got our next game. OGF RWI.
That's
Game
interesting.
Game 4. This is a do or die for OGF. If they lose this, they're in the winner. Or sorry, they're out of the winner's bracket and moving on to the loser's bracket. This is our first look at New Dawn today. And OGF choosing a Normandy with Honoré for the commander, a Prince Eido Heinrich with Lutyens. I don't like the choice to not take preventative maintenance, but okay. We got a Hawk, and I believe that's Cunningham. Vladivostok with Zemensky, and an Arizona with, I believe it's Halsey. Yes, there's the pennant there. All right, tell us about RWI, Puddin'.
RWI's got a Missouri, believe running Halsey for Tartaverse, a Kavar, a Matsu, Bismarck with Luchins with all the skills again, and an Ishmael who doesn't need all the flags. I don't think they really changed much up, guys.
Nope, they have not.
I do find it interesting that the Normandy and Missouri spawned ahead of the rest of the team.
Yeah, this is, what is it called? Tournament domination or ranked? I think it's, I don't remember which of the two. Either way, yeah, it's kind of a wild spawn where one ship just magically appears in front of the rest of the team. If I'm that
Bismarck
Normandy,
got spotted.
yeah, if I'm that Normandy, I might actually start by reversing, just so that I, you know, am not the first one seen by the enemy team and therefore clobbered immediately.
Well, luckily he didn't get clobbered. Well, never mind. The Missouri just shot.
But he is wisely using his heal early, knowing he's going to take more fire. That's a smart trait there for players. A lot of players wait until they get to maximum healage before they start healing.
Well, Matsu and Bismarck are definitely shooting the Normandy. Bismarck taking a little bit more damage.
Oh, you were just saying, as Mutsu speaks, and Normandy is forced to listen. Yeah,
More shots on the Bismarck.
Prince Eido has much better armor than the Normandy, so I really like the idea that they're putting him up in the front.
Right, but it's a darn shame the Normandy is still spotted. And still being shot at.
What? Wait a minute. The players are supposed to shoot the thing that's in front of them. See, there's the Missouri. Of course, he doesn't have an angle on the Normandy, but you know.
Right, because Boxley put an island in his way.
No, that was Gaishu's island.
No. For the Missouri, it's Bogsy's island. For the Normandy, it's Gaishu's island.
Okay. Well, which island goes to Wisconsin? Oh wait, those are the ones that the carriers hide behind.
Those are the ones you get stuck on because submarines, and you're usually cursing everything out. So Askance gets to deal with the toxicity, right?
There you go. Normandy manages to go dark just in time for the next heal. See, that's why you heal early and often. Sappy JJ, not yet dead, despite taking all that incoming fire. Wisely backing off for a bit.
Well, unfortunately, he's still being shot at, but the Vlad is being shot at by Bismarck and the Kavur. Well, the Hawk said, "Stop shooting my Vlad, please."
Mm-hmm.
Izumitsu's trying to cap, and he's going to get reset.
Yeah, I'm surprised he took that little damage, but I think that was Prince I. No, it was Arizona shooting him. Where are these shells?
Missouri
going?
creeping
Oh,
up to
Bismarck.
blast the Vlad, maybe? Wisely actually reverses. That would not be a good trade. A little bit too close. Oh, managed to get some shells over the island. Will... Oh, that could have been so bad.
Could have been.
Normandy is still living on a wing and a prayer.
How about this Kavor that's all the way on the one line, just chilling?
Well, I mean, somebody has to do it.
Hmm. I mean,
Normandy's down to 3,000 HP.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Shots out by the Bismarck to the Normandy. Will they connect and actually kill? Well, Normandy's not healing.
yep, he did get his heal off. P-51 doing a nice job of living up till this point.
Well, I mean, still doing a really good job, but we finally get a cap.
Sappy JJ's decided he's going to move forward. Ismail says, I'll go with you, and then just stops.
Well, could have been underwater featured because that's an awful lot of sand underneath that ship. No, Bismarck now showing broadside to the Hawk.
Yep, and Sappy is living the dream. Secondary is going off on both sides.
Normandy's still alive. Hydric is low, so it's a battle between Bismarck and Hydric on who wants to die first. As the Missouri shoots the Normandy, and that's probably going to be the first one, knowing my luck. Oh, thank God they missed. And there goes the Hydric, and Mutsu, I just think got touched.
Yeah, Mutsu is about to die, but is healing. He's not quite
Here
dead yet.
Comes the Hawk behind the Missouri.
Yeah. Sappy JJ is probably ready to support that. Nope, he's looking someplace else.
Lad shots on Missouri. Hit him in the butt. Oh, the Kavor finally shot AP at something and did damage to the Hawk.
Ooh. And then the Hawk does damage to the Mutsu.
Oh, the one that was on a wing and a prayer.
The one that was on a wing and a prayer. You got it.
Somehow the Bismarck is still alive. German engineering.
I just love that Sappy's been running around just, pissing his secondaries on everyone. And making it work.
Ismail is broadside to an
Ooh.
Arizona.
Oof. Sappy down below 1,000, but he is healing.
Well, his Hydro saved him there.
Mustang finally turning around saying, all right, I think I've healed enough.
Oh, Hawk's healing
Yeah,
and trying to survive, but...
Nah. He
It's
can't
just
repel
a matter
firepower
of
of that
time.
magnitude. He does take down the Bismarck, though. That's neat. Can OGF save their ships? Can they kill the Ishmael? They still have a chance in this game if they can... Well, yeah.
Well, there goes the Hawk.
So really, it's just the Missouri now against 3 ships. A Vlad, an Arizona, and a Normandy. Because the Cavour is, well, he's on an adventure. At this point, what do, Puddin'? You just ram the Missouri with something, right? Anything. Who cares which it is? Just everybody try for the ram?
Well, the Missouri can't because, like you said, the Cavour is too far out. You definitely have to go forward before the Arizona gets a broadside because that will hurt.
Yeah, yeah. And
Like,
he
if
knows
the
the zone is
Arizona-
there.
If the Arizona was lower, I would say, yeah, shoot the Normandy, ran the Vlad, and let the other 2 fight it out.
Potential
Looks like
hero
this-
play here.
What's going to happen?
Does not get the kill on the Normandy.
And we're still going to touch.
You blinked trying to go... That was kind of a weird looking ram. But hey, whatever, it works. Puddin', I think we're going to a game 5.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get those cap resets. Still trying to get those cap resets. Unfortunately, I gotta wait for a reload.
Mm-hmm. How many somethings do you need to say to get into the giveaway? Only one something is all you need to say. There are no multiple entrants for spamming chat. Oh. Who put a clock in this battle? 5
not
seconds
me.
to go.
Listen, I was already late to the tournament, so you know I ain't using a clock.
Yeah, right. You forgot to change it back from daylight savings.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, you know, I did my thing, and I'm like, oh, I need to jump on Minecraft, make sure things are going, and then I got involved, and it's like, oh, I've got until noon. Right? And it was, I'm
Rip.
like, I'm gonna go eat, I'm gonna go pee, and then I see you on Discord. I'm like, ah, crap. It's noon Eastern, isn't it?
Yupper. All right, let's get a commercial break going here. I've got a couple of pings to catch up on in Discord. All right, looks like they're going to start the next round in 5 minutes.
We haven't even finished this round.
Yeah, I know. I don't know that we're
All
ever
right.
going to get a full match in at this rate.
Well, I mean, technically, the only full match you got was kidding.
Yes. So far, the only full match we've seen is Bao2 versus WTFS.
Well, these guys are showing you how to speed run
A
tournament.
I mean, I'm kind of okay with this because how many tournaments have we experienced before where
None.
it's like takes forever to get through them?
None.
None. He
I have
says.
never experienced a 20-minute delay doing a replay of the game you literally just watched.
TSOF is up 2 games over DSNF. That's interesting. Or 1 game. Because DSNF is the top seed. They have the highest ELO score.
Right. Are they Team Bravo?
I have no...
Then I don't care. I'm rooting for Team Bravo.
Yeah,
Somebody
Sup
make the
Zone.
team called Team Bravo so I could just root for you.
And the reason why this is so important is because if DSNF advances, it's DSNF versus SFSO, which we've seen before. That's we've seen the grand final of those 2 teams before. And that's going to be in round 2 of the winners bracket, which means one of those 2 teams gets kicked down to the losers bracket. Of course, if DSNF gets kicked down to the losers bracket immediately, that's also quite the story. So we'll have to follow this career with great interest.
I heard
And it-
interest and just ignored everything else.
I heard sounds of battle beginning.
Yes. They
Yes.
asked if you were ready, and I said, yes, you are always ready.
Well, thank you for helping me to speedrun the tournament that's being speedrun.
Right. That's what I'm here for.
Awesome.
Until a
All
bot
right.
shows up, then I get to ban it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, game 5 of OGF and RWI. Game 5, both teams tied up. Whoever wins this advances in the winner's bracket. Whoever loses drops to the loser's bracket. Yeah, OGF looks like they want the same composition. I mean, they won the last battle with it, so why not keep it, right, Puddin'?
Why? It's working. Don't change it up.
Yeah, RWI, same thing, right? It also worked for them for 2 games.
Yep.
Battle starts.
Especially
Now
Savvy
it just comes
JJ's
down to
secondary
torpedo
Bismarck.
chances.
Mm-hmm. It does come down to torp chances, yep. Now let's see. Bismarck's secondaries, these are 105s and 150s, so they do need IFHE to pen 32 on the 105s, right?
No. I believe the Bismarck gets the IFHE for free.
The 1/4 HE pen?
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, but 105 divided by 4 is 21. Right? If they were the 128s, then they'd have the 32mm pen. Because of the
I don't
1/4
know.
rule.
I don't run IFHE on the Bismarck. Better skills. I could use those points in.
Fair
But
enough.
I mean, considering the teams really haven't changed up their lineup, YouTube of you, looks like Ishmael is going to go Kaide, maybe. Well, Team Bravo is doing a bacon and chocolate heavy side, maybe. It's something we really haven't seen.
Yeah, with this lineup, basically, you have for OGF, you get a little bit higher tier ish to play with, I guess. Well, let's see, 666, 7, 8 versus 5, 6, 6, 8, 9.
Well, I mean, you're definitely putting a lot into your tier 9. Like, you're expecting your tier 9 to at least do a 2v1 trade out.
Right.
As the Arizona, once again, is shot at first. That could have been way worse.
Could have been way worse, yep. Maji deciding to go ahead and heal that already, though. That's interesting.
I think that's a little early.
Yeah. Also taking 2 less flags.
Well, Bismarck shoots at the Hawk. It's again not really big trade so far. Well,
Yeah, I
thank
think
God
both teams are
Bismarck
being...
didn't make me eat my words.
I think both teams are trying to play a little bit more cautiously early on in the battle here.
Well, this is do or die for both teams, is it not?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Well, the Kavor takes a big chunk because it's low HP.
See, now, I have the PEF, and it's one of my favorite ships. Actually, it was my first ever... No, never mind. I'm thinking something else. But, you know, it's got really decent secondaries. Not the greatest, but at tier 6, it's pretty good secondaries.
Not horrible.
Yeah. So it just feels odd to see it in a... I guess this is like an aggressive damage build more than anything else.
Well, I mean, if you're going to shove it up close, who cares how long your secondaries are because you're up close and personal. Like, you know, you're going to be in secondary range, so. Sure.
Yeah, I just feel like the idea is more to actually hit with your secondaries, you know. And Kavor dies. Now, Fodder is kind of in trouble, though, because there's a Missouri backing up to shoot him.
You'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that happens? To go right through its face?
Look at the armor there.
Ironically, the ship you would think would be secondary is getting secondary to death.
I was just going to comment on that.
More shells coming in. on poor Heinrich.
Yeah. Also, I don't like the idea to slow down. It makes it easier for other people to shoot you.
I'm all for the green team slowing down and making it easier for the red team to shoot.
Yeah, I know, because you always like Team Bravo.
Well, Missouri finished that out. Ishmael is doing a fine job looking for the white whale.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I'm looking at this push from C. Savvy JJ with the Bismarck, Mutsu in tow. Just chewing up Bosco's Hawk armor. Which makes sense because it's 32mm all around.
Oh, wait, the Hawk has armor?
Yeah. Or is it less than that? It's a battle cruiser, so it's probably less than that. Anyway.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're doing a good job of at least focus firing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Don't need to focus fire anymore on the Hawk, because...
Yeah.
Oof, Missouri touches Vlad.
Look at that damage received from the Mutsu and the Bismarck. 36,000 damage. Wow.
Are they going to focus on the Vlad, or are they both going to shoot a broadside Arizona?
I mean, both ships are worth the same points when you get the kills.
Well, Missouri shoots the broadside Vlad again and says, "Good night, Sally."
Ouch. I'm amazed. I'm amazed
On a
that
more
he allowed
interesting
that
note,
kind of
the-
broadside.
Ishmael is finally moving up to do something.
You know, the funny thing is that he really wasn't needed this game.
No, but I mean, he was able to shoot a broadside Normandy. Poor Arizona shot Ishmael, so that will buff out. That will not buff out for the Arizona. Could have been way worse, but that scratch is permanent.
He is down a turret.
He didn't
Temporarily.
need that turret. Well,
You know, it's
Missouri's
funny.
saying hello to the Normandy.
You know what's funny is the Arizona, if you look at his build, he's got DCP mod 2 in slot 4, he's got the DCP mod in slot 1, both really anti-HE spam skills. But most of the Arizonas we've seen going down in this game were just simply getting clobbered by AP shells.
It's almost like nobody's shooting HE very much out of their battleships.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy.
It's weird. Very
Except,
weird.
of course, all the
Normandy-
secondary shifts, but, you know.
Normandy's got 2 fires, so Arizona or Normandy first?
Arizona.
Well, looks like Arizona.
And here comes the second death pick, and that will do it for us.
It's 2 games in a row. Team Bravo has won.
Yep, so that's RWI. That is the winner of this match. Let's go ahead and set them as such and give the winner screen. And then let's go to